Welcome to my YouTube channel, House Plan to the Drawing. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to design this particular kind of building in Archicad. As you can see, this is a duplex. It is a duplex design of 5-bedroom. This is a 5-bedroom duplex. As you can see, I'm just going to show you everything. But initially, what I had in mind was to do a multi-generational house. Okay, as you can see, if you look at this side is just blank. Okay, there's no windows, there's no doors, there's no entrance in all of just this. The right side is just plain. So that's what I had in mind, but I'm not going to be doing the multi-generational house in this video. Okay, maybe it's gonna be for another video after I'm done with this duplex design. Okay, so if you want to know how to do this in Archicad, I'm going to start a tutorial now so we can get into the business. Okay, if you're a beginner in Archicad, you can follow me. So I'm going to upload a new project in Archicad for me to start drawing this right now. Okay, but if you're an expert in Archicad and you want to know how to design the 3D aspects of this particular floor plan, this particular design, I'll suggest you skip the video to this number. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just get right into the business. I'm going to be opening this. This is a new project I already opened. Okay, so this is Archicad. I'm using Archicad 27 for this particular project. So you guys can decide to use any other design, any other Archicad version. This Archicad version I'm using is Archicad 25 for this design. As you can see, this is just Archicad 25. Okay, so but I'm going to use Archicad 27. So if you have Archicad 25, Archicad 26, or Archicad 27 or 28, I think you will be good. Okay, so but I'm going to use Archicad 27 for this particular project. But before you start the project, what you need to do is you come to options, come to project preferences, and you come to working unit. So you want to make sure that your layout unit is in millimeters. Okay, and your length is also in millimeters. Okay, because Archicad will set this automatically for you. So you want to make sure this is in millimeters and this is in millimeters. But if you are the type that use meter or decimeter or centimeter, you can come here to change that here, or use feet or all of this. You can come here to change that here. But I use millimeter when I do my drawings. Okay, so you are good. So when you are done here, you can click on OK. Now the next thing you want to do is you can see that this wall tool is being selected. Okay, once this is clicked, this color is going to show that it's been selected. So if you click this, as you can see, it's going to change into that color. So this is the wall tool. This is the wall we're going to be using to be drawing the floor plan. Okay, so when you select on the wall, you click on the settings dialog here. Okay, I want you to come and select this particular wall. Okay, select this particular wall and let's change the wall thickness to be 225, since that is what we're going to be using to be drawing all of our drawings. It's going to be 225. Then I want you to select on OK. Alright, and once you're done, I just want you to come and just sketch something out real quick. Just click, 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 then come back here and click. So as you can see, we made a nice rectangle shape like this, or maybe square, but I think it looks rectangle. So we made a nice rectangle shape like this. So the next thing we want to do right now is we want to start sketching the design. But before I go into the design, what I want you to take note of, there are some little things when you do your drawings in Archicad that is very important for you to take note of. Okay, the first thing is this: when you're drawing your wall, as you can see, this particular wall, this wall, if you click and hold it down, you're going to be seeing all these icons here. Okay, this is the icons that select how do you want to draw your wall. Okay, so this particular one, which is already selected, means you can click, drag and click, drag, click, 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 click. So it's like chained, it follows it. Okay, why if you hold this down and select this one just means once you click, you drag and you click, and that's all you get out of this. So but most of the times I always prefer to use hold this down and select this. I always prefer to use the second icon for my drawing. Okay, so without any further ado, I'm just gonna delete this and let's get into the business again. So click on the wall tool. Now I want you to select here, just select, drag it up, and if you look at the distance is reading, so I want you to give a distance of 15,625. Click enter and click enter again. Okay, so you've made a particular wall like this. So I'm sketching now. I'm sketching that's the floor plan. Okay, if you come here, you're going to be seeing the ground floor plan, and this is the first story and this is the second story. But I'm going to be working on the ground. I'm working on the ground floor plan now. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is I want you to hold down Alt, select this wall. Once you hold down Alt, the cursor is going to change into this thing that looks like an injection. Okay, so once you hold down Alt, select the wall. Okay, once you select the wall, it means you're telling Archicad that you want to draw another wall again. So the wall that I want to draw right now is going to be from here to this side. So I'm going to click this side and drag it like this. But if you look at it, if you look at the space properly, this wall is outside. It's coming outside like this. Okay, so I don't want that to be. So what I want to do is I'm going to come here and select this outside face, select on it and change it to be inside face. Once I select inside face, the wall is going to enter inside like this, as you can see. Alright, so I want you to give a dimension of 10,725. Then click enter and click enter again. I want you to zoom out and see what you're actually doing. So okay, you have something like this, and I want you to come here again, select this, drag it to this side here. But this time around, I want the wall to be outside, so I'm going to click this and select outside face. So it's going to be outside like that. So I'm just going to make a long distance like this. I'm just going to double click like that. Okay, I want to give a distance from here. So once this now circles, I want you to move your cursor right here, and let's give a distance of 7,025. 7025. Click enter, and I want you to drag this up, just double click. Okay, so you made that here. Now from this edge here, I want you to give a distance of 5,000. Select this, drag it here and select inside face, and let's give a distance of 5,000. Click enter twice. Okay, once that is done, once you do the drawing, and these two things here are not actually joining themselves together, just click here. Once you click on the wall, click this black node, click the node and stretch it to the side here. Okay, so it's just going to join each other like that. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is hold down Alt, select on this wall, click this, and let's stretch it down. Just stretch it down like that. Now I want you to select this, take it up and give a distance of 725. Click enter twice. Okay, or rather you can use, since it's not joining, if you look at it it's not joining, so you want to click the node and click it down, and it's not joining. So what you want to do is click this. I'm just going to click this, I'm going to click on the node and try to move this, and also I'm also going to try to drag it here like this. Click the node, click this particular wall, click on the node, and you're going to see the stretch. Select stretch. Anytime you click on a wall and click on this node, a box is going to appear. That's this box. Okay, this box is going to, it's just to tell you whatever this node wants you to do. You can come here and select it. Okay, that's what this box means. So you just have to come here and select stretch, then you just take it up, hold down shift on your keyboard. Okay, hold down shift on your keyboard and select this, so you can get the same height. This one, click this and right click and click on delete. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is hold down Alt, select on the wall, click this edge here and click inside face, and let's click outside face. Now let's stretch it to be 3,000. Don't forget that what I'm trying to do right now is trying to give you guys this particular shape of design. So it might be looking somehow, but just bear with it for a while and we are going to be getting this kind of shape within time. Okay, so we've made from it here 3,000. Okay, we're going to bring it down by 2,000. So click this and let's stretch it down. by 2000. Okay, click this node and let's stretch it to that side. Okay, now I'm going to hold down Alt, select this, and let's bring this to this side here. Okay, so we have something like this, and the next thing we want to do right now is we want to try and click this. I want to click on the wall, click on this black node, and let's stretch it to the side here. Okay, hold on Control on your keyboard and cut out this particular wall. Okay, once you've done that, we've made a nice box like this, a nice shape. So as you can see, we are trying to form the design, okay, of the house. So I want you to hold on Alt, select this wall, and I want you to take the reading from your light to circle. Once it circles, I want you to come here, okay, and let's give it distance of 500. Click 500 and click enter. Okay, stretch it down, just stretch it down like this. Double click, hold down your Control and cut this part out. Okay, the next thing we want to do is hold down Alt, select this wall, put your cursor, your light to load up, and let's give a distance of 3375. Then click enter, and let's stretch it down and give a distance of 25. Click enter, and let's stretch it to meet this one here. Okay, so click this and let's stretch it to meet this one. But there's also another problem. Once you click on the wall and it's actually selecting two walls, as you can see, if I click on this wall, it's only selecting this wall. But once you click on a particular wall and it's selecting two walls, what I want you to do is come here and select this suspend groups, click on it, and click on the wall again, and it's just going to select only this wall. Okay, now once you select the wall, click this and let's continue drawing, stretch it to this side. Then I want you to cut out this wall and cut out this wall, so it makes a nice design around here. Okay, hold down Alt, select this, and put your cursor here, allow it to load up, and let's give a distance of 4425. Click enter. Okay, once you click enter, I want you to just click this, click outside surface, and let's stretch it to this side. Double click. Okay, now the next thing I want you to do is hold down Alt, just put your cursor here, allow it to load up, and let's give another distance of 6000, and let's stretch and click again. Okay, so once you've done that, I want you to cut out this part like this. Okay, so we have a recess here and we have a recess here. Okay, I also have a recess here. So the next thing we want to do right now is I want to also cut out this wall. Cut out this wall, hold down Alt, select this wall, put your cursor, your light to load up, and let's give a distance of 2014. Click enter and stretch it down. Just stretch it down to meet this one here. Okay, then cut out this part by holding Control. If you hold your Control, you can just cut it out. Okay, put your cursor, your light to load up, and let's give a distance of 3120. Click enter and let's stretch it. Click inside surface and let's stretch it to somewhere, just somewhere around here. Okay, double click. Okay, cut out this part by holding Control on your keyboard. We don't know the distance. We don't know the distance from here to here. So what we can do to get a quick distance is clicking M on your keyboard. Okay, once you click M, come here, move the cursor here and click here to stretch it to this side, and you're going to be having 1461. Okay, but we need 1775. Okay, that's what we need. So we know that the distance from here to here is not actually accurate. Okay, so that's one of the fastest way for you to get your measurement in Archicad. So if you click M, you can just click this side, stretch it here, and you're going to be having the dimension from here to this side or from here to this side. Okay, and any other side you want to know around here. So what you want to do next now is I'm just going to delete this wall. Okay, hold on Alt, select this place, select this wall, hold on your cursor, your light to load up, and let's give a distance of 1775. Click enter and let's move it down, and let's give a distance of 1775. Then click enter and let's move it to this other side here like this. Double click. Okay, Once you've done that, I want you to cut out this part away. So as you can see, we have this nice shape like this. Okay, so our dimension here from here to here is supposed to be 15,625. If I click M on my keyboard and let's measure it, it's giving me 15,400 and it's supposed to be 15,625, which means we need the additional 225. Okay, so what you want to do is just click on this wall. Okay, click the inside face and change it to be outside face. Okay, once you've done that, the measurement is actually going to be accurate now. So if you click on M on your keyboard and click this here and move it to be here, it's gonna give us 15,625. Okay, so this is some of the trick you can use whenever you are doing a design in Archicad. So I want you to hold on Alt, select this wall, put your cursor here, and let's give a distance of just, let me say 650. Click enter and stretch it down and double click on the side. Hold down your control, cut out this wall like this. Okay, so now we have something that is perfect like this. Okay, now this is actually giving me the shape of what we have in the 3D side, in the 3D section of the building. Okay, we've accomplished that's the ground floor plan. Okay, this is the ground floor plan. Okay, so what we want to do next now is we want to try and fix in the doors and the window. Let's fix in the doors and the window now. So for also fixing the doors and the window, what we need to do first is come to this, under this design here. You're going to look at design. So we have design, we have viewpoint, and we have document. Okay, so once you come under design here, I'm going to look for something that looks like a door. Okay, this is a door. Click on it. Okay, click on the settings dialog and let's look for the kind of door that we want. Okay, so I think we should go with this Dutch on the 7. Let's come to the preview and positioning. So this is where you can change, you can do your settings here. This is the door height and this is the door width. Okay, so we need a 900 door, that's 900 millimeters door. So if you come to the inch door settings, you can come here and pick whatever design you like to use. Let me say you like to use type 7. Okay, you can click on the handle and you can also select style 7. Okay, once you've done that, click on OK and let's put in the doors where the doors are supposed to be. Okay, so I want there to be a door here, so I'm just gonna click. So this is a door here. So that is how to fix doors in Archicad. Okay, and I also want a door here. Okay, so if I click, I'm just going to click this side, but if you notice very well, this door doesn't fit in properly in this side here. So what you want to do is select on the door and let's change the door size here. Okay, the width to be 750 because this is a toilet. Okay, so as you can see, it fits in properly. So I'm just going to move the door here by clicking on the node. Click on the node here and select this drag once this pop-up box is being opened. Okay, and just let the drag to open by the side of the wall like this. Okay, well, so once that is done, okay, I want you to hold on Alt, select on this particular door. Since this door is 750 and we also have a toilet door here, we need a toilet door here, so I want the door to open somewhere around here like this. Okay, so you just click. Okay, for this other door is 900, so I want to hold on Alt, select on the door and come here to open the door. Okay, I want you to open the door to this other side here. Okay, so we have a door here, we have a door here. We will need an entrance door. There's a particular kind of door I used for the entrance. Okay, specific door I use. So I want you to come to the settings dialog here. Just make sure that you click on the door and I want you to come to inch door settings here, which you actually are. So I want you to scroll down and look for a particular kind of door. Yes, this is the door. Select on the door, come and click on the preview and positioning, and I want you to give a distance of 2000 and click on OK. Now I want you to come here, okay, click and make the door open like this. Okay, now if we go to the 3D aspect of the other drawing, you're gonna notice that this is how the door looks like. Okay, so we want to make sure the door looks like this. But before we make it look like this, that's gonna be in the 3D aspect of a drawing, so that we don't make mistakes while doing the floor plan. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to the drawing we're doing at hand. So this is it, and I wanted to come and click on it, and I wanted to reduce this side here. Okay, so click this, okay, and click on this move node and just move it to be something like this. Okay, so you have something like this. So this is what I want. If you want to view what we're actually working on in the 3D aspect, what you can do is just come and select on this 3D here, and it's going to generate what you have on the floor plan for you. As you can see, this is what we're actually working on. This is what we're working with in Archicad, as you can see. So the next thing we want to do right now is we want to try and fix on the windows. Okay, go to the ground floor plan, and by this side here we want to use a corner window here. Okay, so what we want to do right now is there's a corner window under design here. This is what they call it, is the corner window. So click on the corner window and just come select this. Okay, click. You're gonna be having something like this. Select this and let's try to increase this like this. Okay, so like this. Now we need to fix the windows for the other sides. Okay, so I'm going to hold on or select this corner window. Just try and select it. Okay, select it. Then once you select it, just come, and I want it to be another corner window here. So let me say from this side here, click, then click, and you have this. Okay, so press escape, click this, and try and make this to be adjustable to this other side here. So just click on this node. This box is going to come up, so you have to select this move node and move it to this side here. Okay, so once you've done that, click this other one, this other side, click on this node and move it to just around the side. So just something small, let me say 1000. Click enter, and you should be having, I want you to have something like this. Okay, just for this edge. And also we need a window for this other side too. Okay, we just need a normal glass window. So for you to get a normal glass window, just come to the window settings that's under design here, and look for the window tool. Click on the settings dialog here. Once you click on the window, click on the settings dialog, and this box is going to open. I want you to select this window 27 that is under basic window 27 here. Okay, if I click this empty window openings, historic window, click on this basic window 27. Now make sure you are selecting on this window 27. Okay, this one right here. Okay, once you've clicked on it, click on OK, and I want you to come here and just click, then click. Okay, click twice. So once you've done that, click on this window, click on the node here, and just try to move it to this edge here. Click this and also try to move it to this edge here like this. Okay, so I want something like this. Hold on out, select on this window and come here. I want there to be another window here. Okay, so open it like this, and for this other side too, I want you to do the same. I want you to just open the window by this side like this. Okay, so now once you've done that, we've created windows for this particular room. We've not created windows for here. This is going to be the store. Okay, so I want it to be a window open like this here. So for us to go about that, let's come back to the window tool again. Click on the window, click on the settings dialog, and this time around we're going to be going for the sliding window. Okay, so we're going to scroll down here and look for the sliding window. This is the sliding window 27. Okay, so click the 2/ sliding window 27, click on it and click on the preview and positioning. Then let's give a distance of let me say 600, because, or let me say 700. Okay, all right, so something like this. I'm going to click on OK, and I want there to be an open here. Okay, so just click and click, double click, and for this other side too, I want it to be an open here, because it's going to be the toilet and it's going to be the bedroom. Okay, also for this side too, I want it to be an opening here. All right, so I'm going to click and click again. Okay, but if you look at it properly, the window size is bigger than the size that's actually been specified here. Okay, so what we can do is click on the window itself and come here and change it to be 600. Okay, click enter, and as you can see, it accommodates the space, okay, that is there. So we're fixing the windows here. Okay, there's not going to be any window here because if you come to our drawing here, initially we didn't have any. I know you guys might be wondering that there's a little bit of changes. Okay, yeah, that's true. I made some changes you know, in the background. I was doing some other changes in the background to make it look more to make the drawing look more interesting. Okay, so as you can look, if you look at this side here, there's nothing like any window here, so because that's actually what we're actually trying to do now. Okay, so if I minimize this, you can see this long line right here is not, it's not going to be there's not going to be any window there. Okay, click on the wall here, click on the black node here, click on it, and let's stretch it. When you're stretching, okay, hold on shift on your keyboard at the same time and come here and click here. As you can see, that small ruler line is trying to align with this one here, so just click. Once you click, this one and this one is going to be on the same side. Okay, so once you've done that, that's actually cool. Done that, let's leave it at that. So we want it to be an, we want there to be an entrance here, so we can be going back and forth. So I want you to just hold on Alt on your keyboard, select this door, okay, and let's make an opening here. I want you open to be open like this. Okay, so something like this. Okay, the next thing I want to do right now, since we already made the floor plan already. Okay, this is the floor plan. The next thing we want to do right now is we want to try and make the step. We want a step. Okay, we want a stairs of let me say, I don't know, I can't say, maybe 20 or so. So this is just, I'm not going to go in depth on how to draw a stair or how to draw stairs in Archicad. Okay, so I'm just going to give you the basic form of how you have to go about it. Okay, since this is a video of how to design this particular duplex. So what I want you to do right now is under design here. Okay, come and click the stair tool. So this is the stair tool. Okay, just come and change this one to be 0. Change this one to be 0. Okay, once you change them to be 0, that's okay. So this side, if you scroll your mouse wheel, you're going to be seeing the width of the step, how you want the size of the step to be. If it can be 1.2, it can be 900, depending on the kind of design you guys want to use. So I'm going to be using width, and it's going to be 1000. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is just come here. Okay, I want the stairs to start from here, so I want the stairs to start from here. I'm just going to click and I'm going to drag it. If peradventure your stairs is actually starting something like this, let's say it's starting like this, as you can see, I want you to just come here to this side here, click on this icon and change it to be this one here. Okay, so just click on this one, it's going to actually turn to the other side. So I'm going to zoom inside here so I can pick the exact point of what I'm actually doing. So I'm going to click this side here, so just click, and I'm going to zoom out now. Then I'm going to click this side here. Okay, I'm going to double click here. Okay, I'm done. I'm not creating the stairs. So the stairs is you have 20 stairs. Okay, you have 20, is up to 20. Okay, so what we want to do now is that I don't want the stairs to reach here. Okay, I want the landing to stop to be around here. I want the stairs to stop around here. Okay, maybe the land is going to be from 17 to 20, so 17 to 16 rather. So I'm going to click on the stairs now. Okay, we want our stairs to actually stop at 17. Okay, so click on the settings dialog and let's pick 17. Okay, just 17. Click on OK, and it's going to record off like somewhere around here. Well, as you can see, we have something like this. So what we want to do now is click on this node, click on this node here and reduce it to that point there. Okay, all right, so you have something like that. So we've created a stairs, we've created stairs in Archicad now for this duplex design. So if you want to check your stairs in the 3D, what you can do is just click on the 3D and let's go to where the stairs is. So we have, this is the stairs. Okay, so this is what I'm actually doing. Okay, so let's go back to the ground floor plan and let's try and draw the first story. Okay, Before we do the first story, there needs to be a door here. Okay, so I'm going to hold on Alt and select this door and come here and let's create a door for this side here. Yes, so we have a door right here. That is it. And let's go to the first story. For us to go to the first story, what we have to do is just come here. Okay, double click on the first story, and we're going to be having something empty like this. Okay, so now because of we don't have we can't see the ground floor plan until we go to the ground floor plan, and we can't draw the first story from the ground floor plan. Okay, so what we can do is go to the first story. Okay, right click on the ground floor plan. Remember you're on the first story. Right click on the ground floor plan, and I want you to come and select show as trace reference, this word right here. Okay, so just click on it and it's going to be showing you what you have on the ground floor plan. Okay, without going on the ground floor plan, as you can see. So what you want to do right now, what you want to do next now, we want to try and sketch the design for the first story. All right, so I'm going to try and draw this line again, since everything right here is actually being straight. The wall is straight. If you go to the, as you can see, the wall is straight. There's no any cantilever around this side here. Okay, so if we go back to what we're working on, come to the wall tool here, click on the wall tool, and let's try to just create the wall again. Okay, click and let's stretch it to this side. Just double click on the side. So we created the wall again. Now let's give a distance of 2775. So put your cursor here, then click, and let's give a distance of 2775, then click enter twice. Okay, once you've done that, as you can see, this is not actually intersecting, it's supposed to intersect together. So what you can do is click this, click on the black node, and let's try to stretch it to meet this point here. So it's actually going to intersect. So what you want to do next now is hold on Alt, select on this wall, and let's try to create another wall here. Just click on the inside face and let's try to stretch it down. Okay, it's actually going to be straight down like this. Okay, all right. So once you've done that, I want you to give just try and intersect these two. Okay, intersect it, and the next thing I want you to do is hold on Alt, select this, and let's give a distance from here. I like to load up, and let's give a distance of 2000. Click enter. Okay, and let's stretch it down. Actually, I'm going to stretch it downwards like this. Let me just say, let's just stop here, double click here, and we've made that already. Click this wall and let's stretch it to, just double click to this side here. Now I'm just going to off the trace reference for now. Okay, I'm going to off that's the ground floor plan that is actually shown. I'm going to off it for a second so we can actually do the designs here. Okay, so I'm going to come to this icon here. As you can see, you see trace. Okay, and you see Alt plus F2. So if you hold on Alt plus F2, it's actually going to switch off, or you can come in and just click it. Okay, so once you click it, you're not going to be seeing the ground floor plan anymore. But if you click on it back, you're going to be seeing the ground floor plan. Okay, so I'm just going to untick it, and I'm going to start drawing the ground floor plan. That's the first story. Put your cursor here, allow it to load up, and let's give a distance of 2000. And let's click the outside face, and let's double click this side here. Okay, so I'm also going to give a distance of 1275. Hold on your cursor, allow it to load up, and let's give a distance of 1275. Double click, and also want to give a distance of 5650. Okay, so hold on your cursor, allow it to load up, and let's give a distance of 5650. Click enter, and let's double click on this side here. Okay, so we want it to be a distance of 1695 here. Okay, hold on your cursor, allow it to load up, and let's give a distance of 1695. Click enter, and okay, double click this side here too. The next thing I want us to do is give a distance from here to this side. Distance, I like to load up, and let's give a distance of 4575. Click enter, and just double click this side too. Okay, so once you've also done that, I want you to come here and give a distance of 20 30, but as you can see, we have exceeded all that's the distance here. So I want you to come to this wall here, click on the wall here, click on this node and let's stretch it to this side here. Click on this wall to click on the black node and stretch it to this side here too. Okay, so let's give a distance of 20 30. Hold on Alt, select this, and let's give a distance of 20 30. Click enter, and double click the side too, and just hold on Control on your keyboard and cut out this part here. I also want you to cut out this part here too, by holding down Control your keyboard. Okay, so this is good. This is what I want you to do right here. Okay, so if you've done this, you are good to go. Now I want you to go back and on the trace reference. Since we've already done this already, we want to do the other part. Come here and just click on the trace reference, and it's actually going to bring out the stuff up again. So the next thing I want you to do is hold on Alt on your keyboard, select this wall, and come here. Okay, select the wall and let's stretch it to this side here. Double click. All right, hold on Control on your keyboard and cut out this part like this. Okay, click this again, click on the wall, hold on, click on this black node, and let's stretch it to this side here. All right, hold on Alt on your keyboard, select this wall, and let's try to bring this down. Let's try to just click there like that, and I want you to give a distance from here to here. I want you to give a distance of 25. I think it needs to follow what's on the ground floor, or we can just make it bigger like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna double click. Okay, click here. Okay, and let's stretch it to this side here. Double click, hold down Control on your keyboard and cut out this part. Click on the wall again, click on the black node, and let's stretch it to this side like this. Okay, so we have this box right here. Okay, so just click M on your keyboard and let me try to just so that I can know if this is actually being followed, if the dimensions are actually being right. So dimensions are right. I want you to hold down Alt on your keyboard, select on the cursor here, and let's give a distance of 3905. Okay, 3905. Click enter, and let's click outside surface. Okay, hold on Shift on your keyboard while doing this, and let's click this side here. Okay, and let's click again, and that is done. Click on the wall here, click on this black node, stretch it down like this. Okay, click this again, click on this node here, stretch it outside like this. Okay, now hold on Control on your keyboard and cut out this part like this. Now once you've done that, I want you to hold on Alt on your keyboard by select this wall, and click this point here, or rather click this point here, and just stretch it outside like this. Just stretch it outside, just double click and hold on Alt, select on this wall, put your cursor here. Okay, I like to load up, and let's give a distance of 55. Click enter, and let's stretch it, or click the inside surface and click on the outside surface so it aligns with this one, and let's just stretch it outside like that. Just double click. Okay, so once you've done that, press Ctrl on your keyboard and cut out this wall. What I want you to do is take a distance from here to this other side. Okay, and that distance is gonna be 3925. Okay, hold down Alt on your keyboard, select this wall, put your cursor here, allow it to load up, and let's give a distance of 3925. Click enter, and just double click this side. Okay, once you've done that again, what I want you to do next now is put your cursor here, allow it to load up, and let's give a distance of 3575. Click enter, and let's bring it down with a distance of 15. Double click. Okay, once you've done this, I want you to click this point here, click on it, and make sure you're selecting outside surface, and let's give a distance of 27. Click, double click. Okay, once you've done this also, I want you to come here, select this point here, and just drag this up. Just double click this side. Okay, click on this wall, click on the node here and let's allow it to meet this side, okay, and press Ctrl on your keyboard and cut out this part and cut out this part too. Okay, so now you have something like this. I also want you to also click on this wall here and let's make this wall to join with this other one here. Okay, once you've done that, come here and hold down Ctrl on your keyboard and cut out this wall. Okay, wall is not needed anymore. We've also made, as you can see, if you can look at what we are doing, we've made a room here and this is a toilet. There is also a room here, this is a toilet. I also need to create a room here also and a toilet too. So what we need to do is, from this side to this side here, I'm just going to turn off the trace reference so I don't see the ground floor plan. So I'm just going to turn it off. So if you take a distance from here to here, okay, what we can do is the distance is supposed to be 5.5. Okay, as you can see, it's 5.5. So what I want you to do is put down Alt on your keyboard, select this, keep your cursor your light to load up, and let's give a distance of 3000. Click enter and just double click this side here, put your cursor here and let's give a distance of 2000. Click enter. Okay, once you've done that, click this and click inside surface and double click this side too. So put your cursor here again, allow it to load up and let's give a distance of 3225. Click enter and just stretch it down by double clicking this side too. Once you've done that, hold down Ctrl on your keyboard and cut out this part. Okay, once you've done that, hold down Ctrl on your keyboard and cut out this part again. Now hold down Alt on your keyboard, click this wall, put your cursor here, allow it to load up and give a distance of 1000. Click enter and stretch it to the side here by double clicking. So once you've done that, also just come here and cut out this part like this. Okay, now we are done with our first floor plan. The next thing I want to do is if you guys want to see this in the 3D aspect, let's just go to the 3D aspect and we should be having it up here. As you can see, we are having the 3D aspect of the building. Okay, this is the 3D aspect of the building, as you can see. So we are done with the first floor plan. What remains right now is just the second floor. So if you go to our 3D, we're going to be seeing that we are having something like sort of the shape as this, but we've not yet perfected the 3D aspect of the drawing, but we are working towards it, as you can see. So what remains is what looks like the penthouse up, but it's not actually the penthouse, it's actually a room extended up. Okay, so let's go to the first story, and the same thing we do for the ground floor. When we're on the ground floor, what I want you to do is just go to the second story. Okay, right click on the first story and show as trace reference. So what I just want you to do is I just need only this toilet side, only this side and this side to be done. Okay, so what I want you to do is just hold down Alt on your keyboard, or rather just click on the wall tool and just come here, select this point here, okay, and just trace out this side here. Just trace it out like so, and come back here and click it. So you're gonna be having, I want you to have a kind of a box here, and click this side here and double click on this side too. So this is what I want you to have. Okay, so if you go to your 3D view, you should be having that up there. So that's what I want you to do. Okay, you're almost done with what you're actually working on. If you go back to that's the floor plan aspect. If you double click on the ground floor plan, we've made the ground floor plan. I'm just gonna turn off the trace reference. As you can see, we've done the ground floor plan. This is the first story, okay, and this is the second story. I want you guys to create a third story. Okay, so if you want to create a third story, what you can do is just right click on the second story and create new story, then click create. Make sure you're selecting this insert above, and the normal height we're working with is 3000. So I'm just going to click create, and it's going to create a third story, as you can see, and the third story is blank. Okay, so you click on the second story. This is what we have on the second story. If you go to the first story, this is what we have. If you go to the first story, this is what we have on the first story. And if you go to the ground floor, this is what we have on the ground floor. Okay, so the the first story now, I want to just edit the first story so it looks more presentable. I'm going to be going with these windows, so I can fixing the window. That's a toilet window. So I'm going to hold down Alt, select on this window, and I'm going to go back to the first story and start inserting where the toilets are supposed to be. Okay, that's the toilet windows are supposed to be. I want this to be a toilet here, so I'm just going to click. All right, I also want there to be a toilet here too, so there's going to be a toilet here. Click. I also want it to be a toilet here, so I'm just going to click, but I'm going to click on it and change it to be 600. Click enter so it can fit in properly here. Okay, I'm just going to click on this edge and make sure I'm selecting this drag and just place it somewhere around here. Okay, so you have something like this. If I go to the ground floor plan, let me also do the same thing so it aligns better. So if I go to the first story now, so we've made the windows for the toilet, as you can see. Okay, I wanted to hold down Control on your keyboard and cut out this part here. Okay, let's fix in the other windows. Let's go to the ground floor plan and let's pick this particular window here. Click on it, go to the first story, and let's give a window here. Okay, there's going to be a window here, and there's also going to be a window here too. There's also going to be a window here. So, but it's longer than what we actually have here. So I'm just going to click on the window itself, click on the black node, drag it here. Okay, click on this other node here, and let's give let's click on this move node, and let's give a distance of just 2000 and click enter. Okay, press Ctrl D to move. Okay, if you press Ctrl D, you can move, you can drag your, that's just a shortcut key when you're working in Archicad, or you can just click on this black node and select this drag to drag it to different side. Okay, so there you go. So, and for this other side, since we have a window, here, we want there to be a window here, but it's gonna be corner window like we have on the ground floor plan here. Okay, so I'm going to hold on Alt, select this, select on the window itself, go to the first story, and let's just create that. Okay, but you have to make sure you create it properly. So click this, and let's click this node and make sure you're selecting this move node, and let's just give it an edge like this. Okay, if you go to the ground floor plan, it should look something similar to what's on the first story too. Okay, I'm also going to hold down Alt and select this window, and I want it to be a window here too. Okay, there's going to be a sliding window here too. So the next thing I want us to do right now, for us to complete our drawings and make our drawing look more presentable and stand out, is for us to fix on the doors. So let's go to the ground floor plan. Let's pick that's a toilet door. Click on Alt on your keyboard, select on this door, select on it, and let's go to the first story, and let's put a toilet window here. Let's put a toilet door here. Just click, and let's click here like this. We're gonna do it for this other side, for this side and this other side here. I want it to be an opening here for the toilet. So, all right. So remember, it's click. All right, it's click, and this other side is gonna be click. Then let's open it like this, and then click. So we have this, and we also need to open here. Toilet doors. Okay, so we have that, and now we want to create openings. We want to create doors for the rooms. So let's go to the ground floor plan and let's click on the hold on Alt on your keyboard, and let's click this door right here. Okay, let's go to the first story, and let's try to fix in the doors. You can select this point, this one here. Okay, you can select any of these, so you can have the edge. You can just have the edge perfectly set. Click this, and let's let this edge to open like this. Okay, so we have an open here, we also need to have an open here, and we also need to have an opening here. We also need an opening here too. So I'm just gonna do the opening here too. So just click, and there you go, there you have it. What I wanted to do next now is I wanted to work on this particular side here. I want it to be a particular kind of a door here, and that door is going to be a sliding door. So for us to go about the sliding door, what we need to do is just go to the door tool, click on the settings dialog, and let's look for a sliding door. Okay, so just scroll your mouse wheel here, and let's click on the sliding doors, and let's just scroll. You're gonna be seeing something like exterior sliding door 27. We have a pocket door. Let's use the pocket door 27, and let's click on OK, and let's come here and just click. So let's click this other side so you can enter inside like that. So the doors are going to be entering inside the wall. Okay, so that's the idea of this. That's what this picture depicts, okay, of the door. So click on the door again. Let's click on this black node, and let's click on the drag to this side, and let's click on this other node here, and let's click on the move node. So let's increase the distance to, let me say, 1000. Okay, now that's perfect. Hold on Alt select on this door. You also need this particular door to be somewhere around here too, for the entrance to the veranda. So click, and let's open it like this. So this can be bigger because it has enough block space. So click on the door, and let's give a distance of, let me say, 1 2. Then click enter. Click on this node here, and let's bring it back to, make sure you're selecting drag and select this side here. So we have something like this. Okay, now we are done with the ground floor plan and the first story, and we are done with the second story. Okay, so let's just go to the 3D aspect. So this is the 3D aspect, and this is what we have here. As you can see, it's not perfect, okay, but we need to do some serious work here. Okay, we need to do some work here so that our drawing can look perfect, just the way it looks like in this other one that we did. So it's gonna look something like this. So this is what we're actually working. This is where we're actually heading to. Okay, so we're gonna accomplish something like this. We're gonna accomplish it. It's gonna take a while, but we're gonna accomplish it gradually. It's just a gradual process. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the 3D aspects of this drawing. If you look properly at what we did here, you can see that this corner windows are actually longer than the one that's actually here. Okay, so what we want to do is, we want to try our best to make it look something like this. Okay, so what we want to do first is, let's first do the foundation. Okay, and we do the foundation, we're going to do the decking. Okay, so let's go to the ground floor plan, and so you're going to click on the slab. When you click on the slab, click this and click this first icon here. Once you've done that, I want you to scroll your mouse wheel and come here and give a distance. I want the slab thickness to be 750. Okay, and once you've done that, just come here, click this point here, click on it, and come here, just come here like this and click. So once you've done this, once you made the click, you're gonna be seeing this color, this shape right here is being formed, which you can actually click. You can select on the slab. Okay, so let's go to the 3D view and let's check what we've done. As you can see, this is the slab that we created. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you guys the little process I do to reach this stage. Okay, so to reach this stage, actually, so any little changes I make in the video, I'm going to be showing you guys in the 3D aspect, so you guys don't get confused. Okay, so if I go to the ground floor plan, what I want you to do next is, if you go to the 3D view, you notice that the foundation is out of shape. So we need it to shaping up with what we have on the ground floor plan. Okay, so if you go to the ground floor plan, we want to make this shape to actually form with these two. Okay, so what we want to do is just click on the slab, click this edge here. Okay, you're gonna be seeing all of these boxes here. Okay, what I want you to do is just come here and select on this subtract from polygon, select it. Okay, once you select it, I want you to just come here, click this node here, and just stretch it out to this point here. So it's actually going to cut out this part away and leave the remaining part. Okay, so just click. So as you can see, it has done that for you. It has cut out this part and leave the remaining parts. So click on this node also. Make sure you are selecting this subtract from polygon, and let's do the same thing for this other side. Click this, and if it's not giving you this shape, okay, make sure you are selecting on this geometry method rectangular G. Okay, make sure you are selecting on it, so it's gonna give you the shape. Okay, this kind of shape. So just click this point here and you're good to go. So we're gonna do the same thing for this other side too. So just click this point here, make sure you're selecting the subtract from polygon, click this, and I'm just going to select this point here. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the sides. Click this, make sure you're selecting this subtract from polygon, click again and pick this side. Okay, so you can see we've cut out all the places that we need to cut out. If you go to the 3D view, it should form with the shape on the ground floor plan. As you can see, it forms with the shape on the ground floor plan. So the next thing we want to do right now is let's change the shapes of the windows. We want to work on the windows. We want to make the windows stand out properly. I'm just going to hold on this explore. As you can see, this explore, click on it, and let's zoom in properly to our drawings. So I want to make sure that the windows are actually aligned the way they are aligned in the other 3D I made. Let's zoom in properly here, and you're gonna notice that this window looks somewhat like a wood. I'm not going to really venture into Windows settings this time around, so this video doesn't get longer than usual. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of settings. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in properly here. Okay, I'm going to click on this window, click this edge here. Okay, once I click on the edge, I'm going to select this stretch vertically. Click this, and I'm just going to take it up and give a distance of 700. Then click enter. Okay, so now we have a perfect toilet window. I want the window to also look the same as this, so I'm going to hold down Alt on my keyboard, select this window, this toilet window, hold down Ctrl Alt and select this toilet window, so it forms into that shape I'm looking for. Okay, I want this also a toilet window, so I'm going to hold down Ctrl Alt, select this, hold down Ctrl Alt, select this also. All right. Run Ctrl Alt, select this window and select this window. Okay, I'm just going to leave this like this. Okay, so I'm just going to let's see what we're actually working with. As you can see, we formed the shape perfectly. And please don't forget to actually save your work, because we've actually done a lot and we've not saved the work. As you can see, it's writing untitled, so we want to make sure that our work is safe. For you to save your work, you just come to file and you click on save, or you can just press Ctrl S on your keyboard to save. It's gonna bring out this box. You can decide to, I'm just gonna go to the desktop. I'm just gonna name it and put it on the desktop for now, and I'm just gonna give this like I'm gonna name the folder. It's gonna be desktop, so it's gonna be duplex design. Okay, so just gonna click save. As you can see, this is Archicad solo project. If you click on it, is in PLN format. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on save, and here's gonna change, and here's also gonna change. Okay, so let's just wait for it to change. As you can see, duplex design, and if I scroll up, you're gonna be seeing duplex design here also. Okay, that's to let you know that you've saved your work already. Okay, so if let's go back to the 3D view. We want to try and remove all these cross lines around the doors and the windows. As you can see, this cross lines, this is what I'm talking about. These cross lines, I don't want them to be in the project. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to click on the window tool. Click on the window tool, press Ctrl A on your keyboard, and I want you to click on the settings dialog and click on sliding window settings. Click this window settings and open, then click on these open lines and come here, select override model view options, then untick this one, then click on OK, and that should remove the lines. All right, so as you can see, here we go, it has removed the lines. Okay, so for the corner windows, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go to where the corner window is. The corner window, click on it, press Ctrl E on your keyboard, click on the settings dialog, and let's click on the basic window settings. Click this and go to opening lines. Then you want to tick your override model view options, untick this opening line, and click on OK, so we can have that removed. Okay, so now we are heading somewhere. The next thing I want us to do right now is I want us to fix the slab for the first story. Okay, that's the slab. Okay, that's what we call decking. You want to deck the the house. So if you go to the ground floor plan, I want you to come on the first story. Okay, double click on the first story, and the next thing I want you to do right now is come to this, look for the slab tool here, other design. This is the slab, so click on it and click on the settings dialog here. So that's gonna set it up to be 150 in. That's a 150 thickness. It is 750 thickness, as you can see here. So I want it to be 150 thickness, and I'm just going to click on OK. So when I've done that, I'm just going to pick a point here. Okay, just going to pick a point here, and I'm just going to drag it to the side here. Okay, so as you can see, this is what we've created. If you go to the 3D view, we're going to be having something like that, as you can see. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to allow this this slab that we created to form, to align with the full building. Okay, with the full first story. Okay, so click this, you're gonna click on the slab, as you can see, and I want you to click this edge here, that's that node. Make sure you're selecting add to polygon. Okay, once you've selected that, just click this side and click this side. So it's actually going to cover everything that's going to be here. Okay, click this and let's just keep adding. We're just going to keep adding the shapes. But though there's supposed to be a balcony here, all right, and I'm just going to click this. Okay, so this particular side I'm clicking right now is not the black node. I'm just clicking this edge. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the edge here. This box is going to pop up, and I want you to come and select this offset edge, and let's move it to the side here like this. So when we've done that, also I want you to come and cut out this part away. Just click on the black node and select subtract from polygon, and let's cut out this part away like this. Okay, I'm just going to click this, select on subtract from polygon, and let's cut out this part. All right, so I'm just going to move this part out. It's a little bit to align with this wall here, so we have something like this. Okay, for this other side I want also just cut out this part, like this side off. So I'm just going to click on the node here and just try to stretch it to the side, so we have something like this. If you go to your 3D view, you should be seeing the slab perfectly shaped with the first story, first story building, as you can see. Okay, all right, if you guys notice this one I made earlier on, you're gonna be seeing that, as you can see, we have a balcony here. Okay, we have a balcony here, we also have a balcony here, as you can see, and we also have a balcony here. Okay, and we have a balcony here too. Okay, so the next thing I want us to do is that I want to try and form this side. Okay, just this side is here. All right, I'm just going to bring it out and put these two big pillars. So that's what I'm going to do next now. So I want to stretch. Remember that we just want to bring this out. Okay, so it's kind of its own step. So let's go to the first story and go back to the ground floor plan and just click inside here. I'm going to be clicking on the slab, okay, as usual. So I want you to click this edge here and click on this insert new node, and let's insert a new node from, let's say, this side here. Okay, and let's extend this line. Okay, that's just by picking this side and click on this offset edge, and let's give a distance of maybe say 2000 and click enter. All right, so we're gonna be having something like this. If you go to your 3D view, this should shoot out. Okay, so that's just perfect now. All right, so we just want to place it. The next one to do is we want to try and place the pillars there. So I'm just gonna go to the ground floor plan, and I'm gonna look for columns. This is the columns. Click on the columns, come here and click the settings dialog, and let's try to, once this has popped up, click on the star here. You can come to the star, you can So once you click on the star, you have series of beams. Sorry, not beams. You have series of pillars that you can use for your design. As you can see, there's several of them here. I'm just gonna be using this external column, okay, and I'm gonna give maybe a distance of maybe like to be 600, and this should increase. Okay, that should increase. I'm just gonna click on OK, and I'm gonna pick this side, this point here. Okay, I just need one of this. Okay, if I go to the 3D view, I should be having it here. All right, that's good. So the next thing I want us to do is that I want to try and modify this slab. Sorry, not the slab. I want to try and modify the pillars to look something like this. Okay, I want to have a look something like this. So the way we can go about that right now is we're just going to click on the pillar itself. Okay, and I want it to give bottom, because I want this pillar to be at the base here. Also wants it to be at the base here. So I remember that our distance from here to here is 750. So once you click on the pillar itself, I want you to come here and change the bottom of set Storey to be minus 750. Click enter, and that should just go down like that. Okay, so I want you to click on this node. If you look at if you click on the node that connects the blue line, see the black node right there, and there's another one below here. So if you click on the black node, a box is going to pop up, and it's going to be asking you, you can decide to stretch the height, you can decide to make it to be slanted. Okay, so but I need this stretch height, so I'm just going to click on the stretch height to reduce it to just on a minimal level. If I click that side right there, I think I'm good. Let me look at it from another angle so I can make sure I'm actually making mistakes. So I'm going to go to the ground floor plan, and I'm going to try to fix the pillars closer to the side here. Okay, all right, now the next thing I want us to do right now is I want to try and form stairs. That's the stairs. I want to try and form the stairs for this pillar right here. Okay, so it's very easy for us to form the stairs. What we can just do right now is just hold down Alt, select on the slab itself. So when you select on the slab, I want you to just come here and let's allow this to load up. Yes, that's loaded up. So I'm just gonna click this side. I remember that this one is different from this one. This is what I want to use to do the stairs that goes up into the house. Okay, so if I click this and I move it down, I'm just gonna move this down to 600. Click enter. All right, click and select this line here and click on the offset edge, and let's try to move this down. We don't need something that should be bogus, just something like this. So click this. I want you to Control Shift D to make a copy of this thing. So that's once you press Control Shift D, just click this node here and put it to the side here. So you're going to be having double of this. I want you to give a distance of 450. All right. So click this, press Control Shift D. Control Shift D, click this point here and put it on the side here, and let's give another distance of 300. Okay, 300. Click enter. Okay, press Control Shift D again, and let's put it to this point here, and let's try to reduce this again by clicking on that node, and let's give 150. Okay. All right, so we have something like this. Okay, as you can see, the next thing I want us to do right now is these pillars. I want to place 2 pillars here. Okay, so I want to try and edit this pillar so you can look something like what we have here. Okay, for me to do that, I'm just going to click on those pillars, click on the settings dialog, and let's try to click create segment. Okay, by clicking on the segments column, click this multi-segmented and just press add. Okay, we're going to be adding different it's just like splitting the pillar into several parts. So if I'm just going to add the segments, as you can see, if I add on that segment, you're going to be having that. I'm going to add on that segment, you're going to be having this too. So you click on OK, and the segments are going to be shown here, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. So if you guys want any other explanation on how to edit your pillars, I'll suggest you guys check this description in my channel for you guys to have more insights on how to edit your pillar. So I'm just going to click on the pillar itself, click on edit, and I'm going to click this upper side. As you can see, I'm going to click this edge here, and I'm going to try to move the segment to, let me say, to the side here. Okay, or I can also bring it down to the side. So I'm done. I'm going to click escape. I'm going to click the bottom pillar, click this point here. I'm just going to try to put it there, and this also, click this and let's try to move it to the side here. Click this and let's try to move it to the side here. Okay, so let's say we have something like this. I want to paint inside of this, so I want to paint this, just this side here. Okay, click on this by building materials, just click this, take this side and click this side, and let's look for titanium white. Click it, and you should be having something like this. Okay, I think I used double for this. Okay, so I'm just gonna use double 2 for it. So I'm just gonna click this, click it, and let's try to move it to the side here, so we can just have like a perfect fit. I need to create a segment up here so that this can be double. I'm just gonna press escape finally. I'm gonna click on the pillar and I'm gonna click on the settings dialog, and I'm just gonna go up and select this one here so I can add a segment, and let's create another segment right about here. So I'm gonna click on OK, and okay, yeah. So this is what I'm trying looking for. Click on edit and click this, and let's try to click this node and try to move this node somewhere around here, and click this by building materials, click this and let's change it to be titanium white. So I'm going to go to the ground floor plan. I'm going to click on this pillar right now. Okay, I'm going to duplicate it. Click on the pillar, press Ctrl Shift D. Just pick this edge here. Okay, pick this edge. Hold down Shift on your keyboard while moving. Just hold down Shift and pick this point here. So it's going to align with the side here. Okay, so if you go to your 3D view, we're going to be having it at the other side, as you can see. Concerning the windows now, we want to make the windows to look very perfect, just the way it is in this one right here. Okay, so I want to make the windows look very perfect. Okay, so the next thing I'm just going to do right now is I'm going to click on this window. Okay, I'm going to hold down Shift, click on this other one too, and I'm going to look at this review to work all. Okay, I'm going to change it to be 60 or 71. Let me just pick 71. I'm going to click enter. So it's going to make the glass to shift. If you guys look at it very properly, it's going to make the glass to shift inside properly. Okay, I can make it to even shift to this point here just by increasing this. If you increase it to, let me say it's a 9 now, for instance, you're going to be having it shift to the side too. So okay, we've done that now. What we want to do next is we want to try and move this down. So click on it, click this point here. Okay, this box is going to pop up, and I want you to select this stretch vertically, and let's pick a point here. Okay, it's not going to touch down 100%, but it's just going to be like that. Okay, so we're having something like this. And concerning the one that's actually up, I'm going to hold down Alt on my keyboard. Just hold down Alt, select this, press Ctrl Alt and select this. So it's going to have the same kind of it's going to pick that shape. So I'm going to do the same thing for this other side too. So I'm just going to click this. Okay, click this node here. Okay, make sure you're holding shift on your keyboard and come and select this point here. Once you select that point, it's going to level with this one as you too. Okay, so the next thing I want us to do is that click on this right here, and I want you to come and select the review code to be 81. Click enter and select this point here, stretch it down, and I want it to align with this one also. Alright, so we're having something like that, which is actually plain and simple. I'm going to hold on Alt, select this and press Ctrl Alt and select this. Okay, so this is perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing for this other side too. And do the same thing for this other side too. Just make sure that you know that I'm holding Ctrl Alt and selecting the windows. That's what I'm doing. So now if you look properly at our frame, the model for the window is actually like a wooden. If you look at the frame, so we want to change that and let's make it to be aluminium. So for we to go about that, I just want you to come to the corner window here. Once you click on the corner window, I want you to press Ctrl A on your keyboard, click on the settings dialog, and let's try to model it. So click this and let's try to model. This is a model. So click uniform window surfaces, click this, and let's look for aluminium. So this is gonna be it, and let's look for which other side we can model again. So we don't have any here, so I'm just gonna click on OK. So we can have that aluminium look. If you zoom in properly, you're gonna be seeing that you can't see the wood anymore. It's just a normal aluminium frame that you can see right there. So we're gonna do the same thing for the rest of the windows. Okay. So for this other toilet windows, okay, so just click on this toilet window, hold down shift, click this. All right, okay, hold down shift, click this, hold down shift, click this, and let's try to change those ones. Okay, hold down shift, click this and click this, click on the settings dialog, and let's try to give it the aluminium look. All right, so all of this are it's just me editing the 3D part of the floor plan. Okay, so we've done that now. As you can see, we have something beautiful like this. Okay, so I remember that this part is actually extended outside. I'm not forgetting that. Now the next thing we want to do right now is we want to add our railing to this design right here. Okay, so before we add our railing, I'm just going to actually form a wall. So I'm going to hold down Alt, select on this wall, and I'm going to click this point here. Okay, click again, then double click this side. Once I've done that, I'm going to click on the wall itself, hold down shift, click on this wall, click this node here. Okay, and let's stretch it down to somewhere, and let's just give 150, click enter. So I want something like this. Okay, so for the railing part, if you want to add the railing, you want to come to the railing tool here, that is under design. We're gonna be in the railing tool here, click on the settings dialog, and let's click on the star. This is the star right here. So you can set to pick any kind of star you guys want to use for the design. Okay, so you can start to use this, you can start to use this. I'm just gonna use this frameless glass railing. I'm going to double click on it and click on OK. Then I'm going to pick a point from here. So remember that I can do this in the 2D section, but I want to just do this in 3D. It always makes my work much more faster. So once you pick it from the point here, I want you to select this and pick it so that it can move in. So click this side too and double click this side. So you're gonna be having something as simple as this. As you can see, this is a railing. Okay, so if I want to move, if you look at the railing properly, if I want to move the railing to be at the center of this dwarf wall I created, if I click on the railing itself, I want to come here and I want to give an offset line of maybe say 80. Click enter. So this is actually going to shift inside. When I decide to use 100, this is actually going to shift inside. So that's one of the ways for you guys to do that in Archicad. So as you can see, we already have this already. Now the next thing I want us to do right now is I also want to add a railing here. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the ground floor plan, click on the railing tool here, and I want you to click this point here, and double click this side too. So once you've done that, click on it again, and click this side and click this side. So it's actually going to be inside properly. Okay, so if you go to the 3D view, we're going to be having it on like this, just like this. Okay, so I'm going to be having it like this. So we are getting somewhere with this, with the work. If you look properly, there's also like a tall glass here. If you go to the 3D view, we're going to be having something like that, as you can see. So what I want to do is go to the ground floor plan. We're going to pick a glass here. This is this glass. I'm going to hold on Alt, select on the glass, and I'm going to pick this side here. I'm just going to click, and I'm going to select on this, or rather still, let me just go to the 3D view so I can explain it better for you guys. If you go to the 3D view, we're going to be having it here, as you can see, but we want it to be double. All right, so I'm just going to click on the glass itself, and I'm going to give a distance of I want the width to be like let me say 600, click enter, or let's just make it to be 700, click enter. All right, so we have something like this here. So I want you to click on this. If we were to pick this node here and stretch it to go up, all right, we're not going to be seeing it. We are not going to be seeing it, as you can see. So there's a trick I used to do. I'm just going to delete this wall. Okay, I'm going to delete the wall, click on this wall itself, and I'm going to come here. I want to stretch the wall to meet the side. So I'm going to select 3000 here and click enter. So this is going to go up to the side here. Okay, as you can see, that's easy peasy. Okay, the foundation is cutting through the glass, and we don't want that. So what we can do is go to the ground floor plan, and sorry, the first story, click on the slab here. Okay, what we want to do next now is we want to try and cut out all the side for the step. Okay, because we don't want it to be covered up. If you guys don't understand what I'm saying, is if you go to the 3D view, you're gonna notice that once you are inside there, you can't actually get up. That if you are trying to be realistic here, you can't actually get up. So what we want to do is we want to try and cut out this part, so it can be easy movement around it. So if you go to the first story, once you click on the slab, okay, you can come here and pick this point here. Make sure your subtract from polygon is being selected. Click this point here, and I'm just gonna click this side like this. Okay, so I'm going to also pick a node here. I want to add it to be a node here. I'm just going to pick this point here, select this side, make sure I'm selecting this offset edge, and let's bring it to this side like this. Okay, so if you go to your 3D view, it's going to be opened, as you can see. All right, so if it does go up, you're going to be having something as beautiful as this. All right, so we have this. We want to also create a second window. So we go to the first story, and I was going to try to adjust this to move to the side here. Okay, I'm going to press Ctrl+Shift+D to make a copy of this window. All right, to this side like this. So we're going to be having two windows. If you go to the 3D view, we're going to be having two windows like this. Okay, so this is some of the ways, this is some of the trick we go about it. This is how we go about some of the designs. Okay, there's also a balcony here. All right, there's a balcony. There's supposed to be a door there, so I'm just going to create a door real quick. So I think this is, hold on, Alt, select this door, and let's open the door. Let's open the door maybe like this. All right, and there's also going to be a door here too. So if you click on this slab here, I can come here and extend this out. Okay, so I'm just going to give a distance of maybe 900. Click enter. All right, so and I'm also going to align this side so you can come outside and meet this one. Okay, what I've just created here now is, if you go to your 3D view, the door we created is here. So the one I just created now is for this side here, as you can see. So everything I do in the 2D affects the 3D design. So I don't want the slab to be touching this, so I'm just going to move the window to this side. If you go to the first story, and I'm just going to click this, press Ctrl+D, and let's try to move it to the side here. Click the window again, press Ctrl+D, and let's try to move it to the side here like this. So if you go to your 3D view, it should be okay. Yeah, that's perfect. So the next thing I wanted to do is just hold down Alt, select on this wall, and I want to fix that the same wall on this side here. So I want to click this point, then double click on this side. Okay, and I'm also going to do the same thing for this other side too. I'm going to pick this point, then double click on the side. So I'm going to be having something like that. So concerning this, I'm just going to, the railing has to be there, so I'm going to hold down Alt, select on this railing, and I'm going to move. I'm going to come here. Okay, click. I'm going to click this point here. All right, click this point here, then double click on that side, so I can have the railing on, as you can see. So I'm also going to fix that for this other side too. All right, so we are actually heading somewhere. We're heading somewhere. I'm going to try to click this door, click this node here, and I'm going to try and stretch it to meet this height here, as you can see. All right, so I'm selecting the door now, so I'm going to click on the settings dialog and try to make some few changes to the door. Click on the inch settings, click this, and let's go to the open door. So I'm just going to click this. All right, come here, go to the door, double click on this, click this, click on OK. So that is gone. So I want to make a design for the frame here, so I'm just gonna, so I need to select, let me say this type, and let's click on OK to see what it's going to give us. Okay, it's giving us this. So I'm going to click on the settings dialog. I'm going to change it to be a metal. Okay, go to the model attribute, double click this, and let's look for metal iron. So I'm going to click on OK, and that should change. As you can see, you can click this again, click on the settings dialog, and let's try to fixing. So just remember that you actually need to do the model attribute for this other side. We did one here and we did one here. I think this is empty. Wait, it has this. Okay, and you also need this. So I'm just going to double click on this and let's give it a metal iron. Click and let's click on OK. So it's going to actually change into what we're actually expecting it to be. Okay, the next thing I want us to do is I want us to fix the parapet wall on the building. If you go to the one I did earlier on, if you check it properly, you're going to be noticing that I have the parapet wall. This is the parapet wall. Okay, so we're going to actually create the parapet wall. Come to options, click on complex profile, click on profile manager. I want you to click on the plus sign here, and I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to create a new profile. I want the profile to be a parapet wall, then click on OK. All right, so I like to load up, and just delete this, just align this and delete it. You don't need it. Okay, come here and select this beam, untick this wall, come to the document section here, click on the line tool, and let's try and sketch the parapet wall. So I'm just going to give it distance of, let me say, 800. Okay, click enter, move it to this side here, click 225. all right, bring it down, click and double click this side. Okay, so what I want to do next now is I want to try and look for the middle line. Okay, double click on the line. Let me just change the color. All right, so if you click on the line, press Ctrl Shift D. Let's give a distance of, maybe say 100, or let me say 75. All right, this one, Ctrl D, and let's bring it to be like 75 too. So now we have something like this. And the next thing to do is come to the fill tool, click on the fill tool, hold down spacebar on your keyboard and select inside here, and inside here. But the next thing I want you to do is click on this inside. Okay, this one that we did. Come to the modifiers here, or better say, come to the component selected, click this, click on the finish, click on the override surfaces, click this, and let us look for titanium white. Okay, click this, override surfaces, click this, and let's give it titanium white. All right, so let's click this again. I want to use, instead of using the titanium white, I want to use like a wood finish. let me use this one, vertical. So after you've done this, all right, so I like all of this that you've done. Click on the modifiers and click with stretch, and height stretch, and yeah, you should be good. Click on save. So click on save. Once we go back to the floor plan, okay, that's the first story, or rather. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to click on the design here, click on the beam tool, click on the settings dialog, click on the segment, come here, select on this third icon here, click the custom and look for a parapet wall that we created. So this is it, and click on OK. And the next thing, after I click on OK, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to come and sketch out. I want you to come and sketch out the design, or you can decide to pick this point here. So stretch it to this side here. Hold down shift on your keyboard so you can pick this side, so you can just align with it. So I'm just going to pick this side, pick this side, pick this side, pick this side. So this is actually the same way you do concrete fascia in Archicad. This is the same way. Alright, so we've made the parapet wall. Let's go check it out in 3D section. Okay, so this is it. It's actually on the first story. So once to move it to the second, want to move it on top of the first story. Okay, so what we want to do is just come and select. Make sure you untick these suspend groups. Untick it. Select this parapet wall and click on the settings dialog. Then we're gonna be looking for beam and click on this first story and change it to the second story. Then click on OK. So this is actually going to go up now. Okay, so it's going to go up like this, as you can see. So I'm just going to create one for this side here, but before I do that, I want to change the color of the full entire house right now. So what I want you to do is just come to the wall tool here, click on the wall tool, press Ctrl A on your keyboard, come to this generic structure, let's look for S-space frame, click on it, and it's going to change your building to be white. Alright, so as you can see, everything is white. Click the slab tool, click on the settings dialog, and let's change it to be, click on the model, and let's change these edges to be titanium white. Alright, so we have something that's perfect as this. So let's try and for the paint for this, I won't call it a penthouse, it's not really a penthouse. So I'm just going to hold on Alt, select this parapet wall, and let's try to create another parapet on top of this. Okay, just click it again and you should be having something like this, as you can see. So you have something like that, and so I'm going to hold on Alt, select on this slab tool, hold on Alt, select on this slab, and let's try to click this point here and drag it to touch maybe somewhere around here, like that. Okay, so the next thing I want us to do right now is we want to place the parapet wall on it. Alright, so I'm just going to hold on Alt, select this parapet wall, and double click this side. Alright, so once you've arrived at that, what I want you to do next is that I want to reduce. So I want to try and bring this down. So what I'm going to do is just click this, hold down Shift, click this, press Ctrl D, and let's try to bring this down. So I'm going to click on the parapet wall, click this node. Okay, but before you do that, I want you to click on this suspend groups, click this node, and let's try to reduce it. Okay, maybe to somewhere around here. Okay, so it's gonna look something like this. So I'm going to click this and let's change this to be titanium white too. I'm just going to select all of this and let's change it to be titanium white. Click this to select all of this at once and click on OK. And there you go. You're going to be having something as beautiful as this. As you can see, the structure of the house is actually forming. So the way, just the way we saw it in this right here. Okay. So now we want to try and add. If you look at this design properly, so if you look at this window, you see that there's a casing outside. As you can see, there's a casing outside. If you look at it, there's also a casing outside, even for the toilet windows, and this also. Then yeah, I think that is it. So what I'm going to do for the other one right now is just the same thing. Alright, so I'm going to click on the corner window here, press Ctrl A on my keyboard, then click on the settings dialog. Once you click on the settings dialog, click on the model attribute here, then we want to look for casing inside. Now select the casing inside, give a distance of let me say 150, and let's make this to be 50, then click OK. Okay, so as you can see, we have this, but I want to change because it's a wood model. So I'm going to model it to be another kind of wood. So if I click on the basic settings, click this. So once you've made these changes, come here and select on model attribute, then click this one and let's give it this wood design. Then click on OK, and boom, there you have it. Okay. Let's also make a casing for this sliding windows. Okay, and I'm just gonna click this side, hold on shift, click this, hold on shift, click this. See, holding on shift, click this and click on the settings dialog, and let's give it a casing also. Let's give it a casing. Okay, so I'm gonna click this as it is, click this and click on the model attribute and let's select titanium white, then click on OK, and that should have it all around the house, as you can see. Okay, so let's do for this other side too. Click this, hold on shift, click this, click on the settings dialog, let's give it a casing. Double click on this. Okay, leave this as it is, then look for the model attributes and let's give this design titanium white. Okay, but I feel like I need to increase this maybe by 160 or 170, and let me see this one by 75. Click enter. Let's see what we got. So okay, let's just say something like this. As you can see, it's actually forming a shape with what we have at the beginning. Okay, it remains a balcony. Let me just try and fix the balcony as here. So I'm just going to click on the slab that's on the first story. Click this point here and let's insert a new node here, then a new node here. Click this point here and let's try to just curve the edge. Let me say around this. All right, so we have something special. Just hold on alt, select this, hold on space bar, and just I'm not trying to form this arc design, but it's just gonna give me its own. So once I've deleted that, what I was doing was that I just tried to select the one that I don't really need. So if you click this, I want also give an inside facing, which is actually going to be outside. So click this point, select this, click this point, select this, and you're going to be having that shape. If you go to your 3D view, we should be having it. As you can see, this is the shape I'm actually looking for. All right, so if you go down Alt and select on the round rail, we can have just going to click the side, that edge here, and it's going to form the railing for me, as you can see. All right, so I feel like there have to be a roof here because I think I did that for, yes, so I did that here. So I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to hold down Alt, select on this slab, and let's try and form a nice shape like that. Okay, let me just try and make sure it's actually covering. Yeah, okay, it's actually covering it. So the next thing I want us to do is I want to try and move this up. Click this and let's try to Ctrl D to move it up like this. So I'm just going to select I'm going to select this parapet wall by holding down Alt on my keyboard and selecting it. Then I'm going to go back to the side here so that I can place it on top. Click this point here, or better still, let's start from here. Click this point, then double click on that point there. So once it has loaded up, I want it to come and I want to try and reduce. Click this and tick your suspend group again. Click this point and let's try to stretch. Let's try to stretch it to, let me see this side. Okay, click this and click on the settings dialog, and let's look for titanium white. Click on OK. So we have something mini like this. All right, so let's just try to model this side, and that's the full decking. So let's click on titanium white, click enter twice. So it's just gonna blend perfectly, as you can see, and there you go, there you have it. But I feel like there's an error here which I need to actually look into. Okay, there's an error here which I need to look into. So if I go to the first story, let's go to those to the ground floor rather, so we can work on that. So click this and I'm just going to stretch this out. Yes, he is also going to have his own stairs. So if I was to pick this one here, if I click on it, hold down shift, click this, press Ctrl Shift D, and let's make a copy here. Press Ctrl E so that I'm gonna be having it facing maybe somewhere straight like this. Go to your 3D view, you should be having it here, as you can see. So you have it right here. Let's add the roof to the design. So I'm going to go to the ground floor plan, go to the first story, and let's go to the second story. Okay, so here we're going to be seeing the full design. If that's the parapet wall, so we actually want to make that roof design inside here. So what we want to do is just come to the roof here, just leave it as this, select this. Okay, click on the settings dialog, and let's try to make the click this and change this to be 150. Now click on OK. So once you've done that, just come here, select this, okay, this point here, select this point here, and click this side here. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is just come and formulate, just come and make this shape. And click this side. Alright, so we've done that. Let's go to the 3D view and check what we're doing. And you're having something like this, but as you can see, it's landed at 45 angle, that's 45 degrees. So if you click on this on the roof itself, click on the settings dialog. I want it to come and change the pitch to be something around let me say 15. Click enter, and it's actually like this. So for us to get a perfect look, okay, a perfect view, I want you to go to the second story and let's look for south elevation. So I want you to come to the south elevation. Let's do click on the south elevation here. As you can see, we have all of this. So you can see the flat roof I'm trying to do now. So click on the flat roof, click this point here, try and drag it somewhere around the side, okay? And for this, click this node here, and you're gonna be seeing something like change roof pitch. Click on it, and here you can adjust it to be perfectly shaped. Okay, so as you can see, the rain is gonna be water is gonna be falling like this. So let's bring it down. Let's press Ctrl D to bring it down here. Alright, so something like that. If you go to your 3D view, you should be having it inside. That's for the building, as you can see. And don't forget, you can also decide to change model it. Okay, and decide to model it. Just click on the roof, click on the settings dialog, and click this. You can decide to use this roof. Okay, click on OK, and you'll be having that. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing for this other one too. So I'm just gonna go to the Alt and select this roof. Go to the third story. Okay, so I'm just going to click this side, click here, then I'm just going to click, then click. Okay, if you go to your 3D view, you should be having it just perfect. Okay, like this. So we are done with that. There's supposed to be windows here. If you go to the one I did earlier on, you're going to be seeing some windows here. Okay. Alright, so that is that. As you can see, is the exact replica of what I did. I was able to do this design here by using CI tools. This is CI tools here. Okay, so I was able to do the design by using this. That is the wall kind of design. And this other side too is also a wall. It was a wall. Then I used opening tool to make this design, as you can see. So about these two, these three dots here is equally a slab tool that I used. So I decided to do, just hold on, select this, and let's just give like a fine design like this. So it was just something like this. Click this, press Ctrl D, let's move it up a little bit. Okay, so then I colored as I model it to a wood finish. That's gonna be the vertical. Click this to select everything. Click on OK. I should be having something like this. So I had three of this, I think. Ctrl D. I'm just gonna move this up a little bit. Then Ctrl Shift D. And let's make another copy here. Ctrl Shift D. Let's make another copy here. So that was how I got this. That's a 3D design is there. You can decide to move it up. If you go to your south elevation, if you've seen it there, right click and let me just look at the elevation settings. I don't want it to be transparent, so I'm going to tick this transparency and click on OK. Right, so we have this three. So if you click this, hold on shift, click this, press Ctrl Shift D, you'll be able to also put it above the side here like this. Okay, go to the 3D view. I think you should be having something like that. So I'm going to select this, hold on shift, select this, hold on shift, select this, press Ctrl D, touch this node and let's bring it to the side here. Okay, as you can see, you're gonna be having that look, that exact look. Okay, so I'm just gonna make another copy because I'm gonna place it in different places. So for the step, you can start to model, give it a kind of a model. So I'm just going to shift by pressing this. Click on the settings dialog and let's give it a titanium white. Click on OK, and there you go. Okay, now since we are done with the floor plan, we're just gonna go into dimensioning. So for us to dimension in Archicad, all we just have to do is you have to close the design tab and come to document. Under document, you want to click on the dimensioning tool. Click on the dimensioning tool, come to the settings dialog. You can come here and set up some changes to select the kind of style you want to use. If you want to use this, you want to use this, you want to use this. But I'm not going to set up anything yet. I'm just going to cancel this. So when you click on the dimension tool, okay, you can just come here and you can decide to say you want to dimension from here to here. If you click this point, okay, and you click this point, you right click, you click on OK, then you just stretch it down, maybe here or here, and then you click. When you click, you're going to be having the distance, which is actually 4.446. And if you decide to click on this dimension itself, you're going to be having two nodes at the side here. Okay, you can decide to click on one of the node and click on it again and decide to stretch it maybe to this side. That's if you made a mistake by selecting the side, you can decide to select it to the side. You're going to be having 5.27. It's just going to add up. Alright, so if you click this side, just this long line right here, and you click it again, you're gonna be having a box that is actually you're gonna be having a pop-up box like this, which you can actually select. You can start a new dimension point. So if you click on this icon here, okay, this one right here, you can decide to select this point. It's going to give you the dimension for this and the dimension for this. I made a video tutorial on how to do dimensions in Archicad. I would suggest you guys check the description of this video so you guys can have more insight on how to do that. So our dimension here is not in millimeters, so we want to set it up to be in millimeters. So what you just have to do is just come to the options to here, project preferences, click on the dimensions here. When you click on the dimensions, you're gonna have a pop-up. All right, you want to select the plane millimeter, not the plane meter. So you click on the plane millimeter, you click on OK. This should be set up as millimeter right now, as you can see. So you have 4,446, and this is 800, and this is also 800. So let's do the dimensions for the. I'm not gonna do everything. I'm just gonna do like the little parts of the drawings. So if I click on this point here, I'm just gonna click on all the points that needs to be dimensioned. You just keep clicking. As once you've clicked the dimension to here, just keep doing this. Here we go. Okay, we've gotten to the final point here. Okay, that I want to dimension. So if you click that point, what you just want to do is just right click on OK, then you can stretch it to this point or this point and just click. So once you click, you're gonna be having something like this. If you look very well at our dimension, you're gonna notice that we are having these long lines. It might just alter the way the drawing looks like. So we want to just shorten the line. What we want to do about that is just highlight the whole of this dimension. When you do that, click on the settings dialog here, click this one. All right, when the box pops up, you click this one or you click this one. So I would suggest you guys click this one. So you click this one and you click on OK, and that should cut off. As you can see, it's just gonna cut off. So you can have you have dimensions for the side. I have dimensions from here to here, which is just very that. So if you want to get the overall dimension, you just click on the dimension tool again. Okay, and remember you have to come and set it just for the general setup. You click this and you click on OK, so you can have that done for every of your drawing. So for you to get the overall dimension from here to here, you just come, you pick this point. After you click on the dimension tool, you click this point and click this point. Okay, once you've done that, you right click, you click on OK, then you stretch it to this side. You make sure it's very straight, then you click. When you click, you're gonna be having 19,200 as your dimension. Okay, so if you want to do the internal dimension, it's also the same way. So hold down Alt, select on this dimension line and click this point here. You click this point here, right click, you click on OK, then you click this. Okay, you're gonna be having 5,500 millimeters. So you do the same thing for this other side, and that's how you go about it. If should in case you made a mistake like this by clicking this point and this point, all you just have to do is just click it back. Okay, and that's gonna be gone. All right, so you click this side again, make sure you're making it right this time, then you right click, you click on OK, then you just click. So you're gonna be having 4,425 millimeters. So that's just the simple way on how to do the dimension. If you guys want more information on how to do the dimension, I suggest you guys check this description of this video. I did a lot of explanation on that. So when it comes to the text, for you to add a text to show where which room this is, or the toilet on the the kitchen, the dining and all that, what you just have to do is just click on the text tool. This is the text tool. All right, when you click on the text tool, you just want to click, drag, then click. Once you've done that, you can decide to write whatever text is indicate. I'm just gonna put the living room. All right, once you click the living room, you want to click outside the box, and you're gonna be having this right there. Okay, so if you click this, you can decide to do a lot of changes to this. So you can decide to click this node and try to move it to the side, so it shows where the exact point is. You can decide to use a node for that. All right, so if you click on the living room itself, you can decide to maybe untick the board. If you untick the board, is you're gonna be having this, and you can decide to change the color to be black. So you're gonna be having this too. You can select on the room itself, on the living room, and you can decide to change the millimeters maybe to be something smaller, since this is very bold. You can decide to use maybe 2 mm and click on enter, and you're gonna be having something like that. So there's a lot of changes you guys can do to that. All right, so I'm just gonna be using 2.50 or 40. Click enter. So I'm gonna be having this. So if you guys want to make another text, all right, so you guys can decide to click on this living room, press Ctrl Shift D on your keyboard, click this point here and try to move it to the side. Let me say this side, then you double click on it and you alight it and give this place is going to be the dining. Then you click outside the box and you have that. Okay, so if you guys, so what I did was I click on the dining. Okay, let me say I click on the living room itself again. I either click on dining or click on the living room. Click on the dining now, press Ctrl Shift D to make a copy of this. Click on this node and try to move it to this other side. Then double click on the dining, highlight it, and you're going to be having the kitchen right about here. Alright, so this is one of the ways you guys can go about that in Archicad. So if you click this, also press Ctrl Shift D and you highlight this to this side. This is going to be the toilet. The same thing, Ctrl Shift D, click this, pick this point, double click on it to highlight it. Then you're gonna be having the store, that's the storehouse for the kitchen. So you're gonna be having that. So it's pretty much not you guys can walk your way around it. So this is that for this. Okay, I want to try and reduce the height of this third story right here. Okay, all right, so I want to try and reduce the height here, but before I do that, I'm just gonna add the windows first. And we need a window, just a very simple window, because if we check on the other that's the building I did earlier, you're gonna notice that we have like I think 3 windows of, I think 4. Yes, we have one for the toilet and we have 1, 3 for the room itself. Okay, so that room is supposed to be on the first story. Let me check that out. So if we go to the first story, you're gonna be having, yes, that's for this particular room. All right, so this actually goes up. Yeah, so for us to fixing that window that we're actually looking for, we're just gonna go to the first story and we're gonna try to look for toilet window right here. I'm just gonna select, I can't pick a window right here because this is actually being blocked. So I'm going to go to the second story and I'm going to select it, but I can't select it because of the roof is covering that's the walls. So if you have a problem like this, I would suggest you guys click on the roof, right click, then go to display order and send to the back. So when you send to the back, you're gonna be having the plan being shown. Yeah, as you can see, the plan is being shown. So now you can add the window that you want to add. So if you go back to the first story and you hold on Alt on your keyboard, then you select, I'm gonna select this window. Then let's go back to the second story and I'm going to be selecting this wall right here. Just click. So once you've done that, you want to come back to the 3D aspect of your drawing. So you pick this point here and you press Ctrl D on your keyboard. You try to bring this down. Let me say to this like for this design, I want to try to bring it, design my wave or something. So if you click this point here, all right, so I want it to be at the base right here. Then let's increase that's the width. Let's increase it by maybe like 1, 2, click enter. All right, so we have something like this, but I'm still going to work on the other aspect of this, but I want to try and reduce the wall itself. I want to allow the wall to just be 2 meters for the drawing and not 3, because it's 3 as at this height. So I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to try to go to the second story again and click this wall. Okay, as you can see, when I click the wall, it selects everything at the same time. So I would suggest, so if yours is not selecting everything at the same time, I want you to untick your suspend groups, okay, because mine is already unticked. So hold down shift on your keyboard and select this internal wall here. Okay, once you've done that, click on the settings dialog and let's give this, instead of 3000, I want to give it 2000. Click enter and let's go back to the 3D view. So this should be shut now. As you can see, it's shut. So we want to bring down that's the parapet wall. We want to bring down the parapet wall on top of it. So let's go to we need to go to the north elevation, I think. Okay, south. We want to go to the south, or you can go to either the north or the south, so it doesn't really matter, or even the east elevation. So let's double click on the south elevation since that's the front elevation. So we want to bring down the parapet wall on the short wall itself. Okay, so you click on it, you press Ctrl D on your keyboard. Or before you do that, before you click on it, I want you to make sure that you've unticked your suspend groups. Okay, that's very, very important. So you click on the parapet wall, press Ctrl D, pick this point and merge it to this point here. Okay, so once you've done that, you're gonna be having the roof line up like this. So if you go to the 3D view, you should be seeing that that's the roof right there. So if you go to the south elevation, you want to bring the roof back to its original position. So when you click on the roof, you press Ctrl D on your keyboard and you try to bring this down to this side here. Okay, yeah, so you have that right there. So if you go to your 3D view, so you can decide now to click on those what do you call it, on the sliding window itself, and let's try to give it maybe like 2000 for instance. Let's give it 2000. So we have it like this. So let's try to increase the height now. So you click on this node here and let's try to increase it by selecting all those stretch vertically, and let's give it maybe I want to give it 1000, just 1000. All right, so yeah, something like this. So let's set it up for the rest of the other walls. Okay, if you click on the second story, hold on, now select on this window. Okay, once you've done that, come here and let's pick that side here and just double click and this point here also. So you want to click, and you're also going to have it for this other side too. Click. So we have the 3 windows for this room, and this is a toilet. This is a toilet window for you. I made the windows this big so that there can be enough ventilation for the room. Okay, so now we have something similar like what we did in what I did in the other drawing. Now I'm going to explain how I was able to do. If you look at this balcony that you guys are seeing, I'm going to explain how I came about that. But for this, I used CI tools to render this. I think I said that some times ago. So if you click this, you're gonna be noticing that this is CI tools wall cover. Okay, but I can't use CI tools because I've not installed it in Archicad 27. This is Archicad 25. That is installed in Archicad 25, but only Archicad 27. So but I'm just going to show you guys how I was able to come about this. So what we want to do is we're just going to come to, I'm going to pick this side. Okay, so we want to come to this side right here. Okay, this side and this side. This is where we want to put the design. Yeah, so what we want to do is just go to the first story. All right, where this is located, as where this particular design is located, you want to come to the first story and want to try and do a little bit of design to it. So for us to go about that, Okay, you want to hold down Alt on one of the walls. So just hold down Alt and select this wall. Come to this point here. Let's come to this point here. Just click. Okay, once you click, let's try and click this point again and double click on this point. Once you've done that, click it. Okay, I want to try and reduce the wall thickness. So once you click it, click on the settings dialog and let's give it. I'm gonna give it just 20. Click enter. So as you can see, it's very tiny now. If you go to the 3D view, you should be having something like this. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is just come to the, we're still going to go back to the first story opening tool. So you go to the design here. Okay, if you go to the design here and you come to the door tool, click on the door tool, click on the settings dialog. We want to look for opening doors. So we're gonna go to empty door openings. This is it here. So you want to click on it and look for what looks like this. So you click on this as rectangular door opening shown 7. Click this and you want to click on OK. Then once you've done that, you just want to come to this wall here, not this wall. You want to come to this wall, then just click. And you want to do the same thing for this other side. You want to click. Once you've done that, go to your 3D view and let's check what we're doing. So as you can see, we have something like this. So the next thing we want to do is I want to try and make sure that this is actually in shape with what we have for this balcony itself. Okay, so what we want to do right now is we want to go to the south elevation so we can see this side in a perfect view. So click on the south elevation and let's locate where this is. So this is it. All right, so this is the opening tool and this is the wall I selected. So you want to click on this edge here. Once you click on the edge, you're selecting on the opening tool itself, okay, and not the wall. So for us to adjust that now, we're just gonna click on this node, click on the node, and you can decide to elevate. Okay, you can decide to elevate or bring it down. So if you click this point here, you're gonna be making it with the shape that we have with the balcony. So if you click this point here, we want to elevate and let's select this point here. Okay, so I want to do the same thing for this other side. Click on the node again and let's select this stretch horizontally. Click on it and let's try to pick this side. Okay, click this and let's move it to be outside like this. There's a reason why I'm actually doing like that. So just put it outside like that. Okay, and this we want to try and move it to this side here. So let's go to the 3D view and check what we're doing. So click on the 3D view and we have something that looks weird like this. Okay, this is not what we have in mind. So we want to try and reduce this to merge with base. So for us to go about that, we're going to go back, try and redo that. Okay, so I'm just going to pick this point. I'm going to select the stretch vertically and let's try to bring it down. So click this point and click this point again. So it's gonna have a perfect fit. And let's go back to the 3D view, and there you go. You're gonna be having something like this. Okay, we want something similar like this. All right, so let's do this for this other side. So you go to the first story. We're gonna be going to the west elevation aspects of this side. So you want to double click on the west elevation. So this is it right here. So you want to click this edge itself. Click the edge, click this point and let's stretch it like this. Okay, click this point and let's make sure you're holding down shift on your keyboard so you can select this point so you can have the same frame along with this side here. Okay, so you just click this point too and let's click on this box here so we can stretch it to this other side here. So click this point and let's click it back to this side. Okay, so click this point again and let's bring it outside like this. So if you go to the 3D view, you're gonna be having something simple like this. Okay, if you click on this point here, you're gonna notice that this particular wall is stretching outside, but it's not stretching up. So if you have any issues like this, what you just want to do is just go back to the first story, and you want to select on that wall or that particular wall. So if you click this, you're going to select on that particular wall. Make sure you click on your suspend group so you don't select this other wall together with it. So let's select on this wall. Now take this point here and let's stretch it, just stretch it inside. Okay, just a little bit, then click. Once you've done that, go to your 3D view and you shouldn't be seeing this anymore. Okay, so this one is outside now, so you want to go to the first story and do the same thing for that other side. Okay, so click this and click this point and let's try to stretch it inside. All right, go to your 3D view and that should be gone. Okay, all right, let's model the wall now. Okay, so click on this wall, hold down shift, click on this other wall and click on settings dialog, and let's model it to be a dark. I want to give it a dark color, so we're going to go to paint and let's give it, so let's do for gray. Okay, that's paint dark gray. So click on it, click this to select all of these ones to be the same thing, click on it and click on OK. So you're going to be having that dark gray color like that. Okay, so that's one of the ways I was able to design that particular kind of look. So if you want to bring this to meet this edge here, what you can do is just go to your west elevation or any of your elevations. You want to select on the wall itself. Okay, click this point here. You're going to be seeing this stretch height, so just click this side here like that. So once you do it, you go back to your 3D view and you're going to be having that perfectly fit with the, you know, with the balcony. Okay, so if you go back to your, I think we have to go back to the south elevation, so we can be having that. So if you click on the wall, you're going to click this point here and click this other side too. Alright, so you're gonna be having that also. Alright, so that's just one of the ways I was able to create this design, as you can see. And this right here, I think this one right here is a slab. Yes, this is a slab that I created. Alright, if you guys want to decide to create this also, I would suggest you guys just use the slab too. So I'm going to select, where's the slab? I'm going to select a slab here. So I'm just going to hold down Alt and select this one, and I'm going to pick a point here to merge with this other side. So I'm going to pick this point. All right, I'm going to allow it to merge with this by, you know, just clicking on that side, and I'm going to bring it down. So I'm just going to click on this, press Ctrl D, and I'm going to bring this down to this side here. All right, and I'm going to bring it down again just a little bit. So something like this. Click this, press on the node, and just try to stretch the height to this point here. Okay, so we're going to be having something like that, as you can see. So you click on it and let's try to increase the height again. So be something like that. So you want to click on this. I want to try to give it a model. So click on the settings dialog and let's give it click this and let's give it floorboards. Yeah, once give it floorboards, then you click this and click on OK. I'm gonna be having something like this. So I want this right here to merge with the other side, or I can just copy it to this other side here. Okay, so what we just have to do right now is I'm going to make this align with this shape here. So I'm going to click on this slab I created, click this blue, is it blue? Yeah, I think blue. So you want to click on this offset edge and bring it to this side here. All right, click this. Let's select a new node. By holding down, and make sure you're holding down shift so I can pick this point here. All right, once you've done that, you're gonna be having this point and this point. I want you to click this middle point here, click on the offset edge, and let's try to stretch it to this side. Hold down shift on your keyboard and pick this point. Once you pick that point, you're gonna be having similar design to what we have here, as you can see. All right, so let's copy this and bring it to the base. So if you click on this design we did, press Ctrl Shift D on your keyboard to try and make a copy. Pick that point here, that's this node here, okay, and let's bring it to the base like this. So we have something like this, as you can see. Have something at the base like that, and for this also, we're just gonna make another slab and take it to the upper side of the building. Okay, so let's just create another slab here. Oh no, select this and let's try to create another slab. So let me see, click. So once I click this node here, and let's try to stretch it. Let's try to stretch the height up. Okay, so once we've done that, let's just try to have a better view of what we're doing. So as you can see, this is flying. We don't want it to be flying up. So click this point, let's let it. Click this and let's try to put this back at the base. So press Ctrl D on your keyboard and let's click this node here and let's try to move it to the side here. So we have that at the base. So click this again and select this point here. Also select any of this edge here and let's put it to this edge so you can have it fit perfectly. So we have that, as you can see. So I'm going to try and reduce the size of this. Alright, so let's pick this point and let's try to take it up. Now I wanted to select on this slab itself, click this edge here and let's move it to this. Let's offset the edge to this other side here. Okay, so we're going to be having something like that. That is what we're actually looking for the design. I think this upper side is different from the downside. Okay, I think that's a mistake that's actually going on here. So I'm going to click this, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to make a copy of this. Press Ctrl Shift D, pick this point here and let's bring it down again. Okay, so we're gonna have a perfect fit like that. I think this is what I'm actually looking for. Okay, so it intersect together. That's what I'm trying to look for. So let's do a design like this at the other side. So for us to just go about it, just select on this, press Ctrl Shift D on your keyboard. Let me just pick this point. Let's explore. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick this point. Okay, once I pick this point, I'm gonna press Ctrl E on my keyboard so I can rotate this side. So let me rotate it to this side. Okay, press Ctrl D, pick this point and let's bring it back to this point. So we're gonna be having that for the design. Okay, you can decide to actually cut out this part away by going back to your south elevation. Okay, so if you click on the open tool itself, you can decide to click on this node, stretch horizontally, and just pick this point here. Okay, now go back to your 3D view and you should be having that. But let's just try to bring, let me look at what I'm doing. Okay, so let's try to make sure this aligns with this one. So click this edge here, offset the edge to align with this one. So you're going to be having something that intersects together with the upper side of the design. So this actually takes a lot of time when you guys are trying to design that. So but this is how I came about that. Okay, so that's a design for this particular balcony, here, and I think I also made a design for this other balcony too. So that's one of the ways I actually came about that. For the wall itself, I used CI tools for it. It's very easy for you to use CI tools, but that's another video for another day. So if you want to render a design, just come to document, come to creative imaging, click on the photo rendering settings. Now you want to click on this settings here. This is where you can come here. You can come here and set up the kind of design you guys want to do for the drawing. You click on this size here. You can set to select any kind of size you guys want to use. So you click this, but I always use size to 3D window. So if I click size to 3D window, it's going to set up all of this for me, just the size of what I'm actually seeing. Okay, so you click on the settings dialog, you click this, or you guys can decide to just reduce it to whatever percentage you guys want to use. So if you click on this is just like a preview of what I want to see. Okay, so if you click this, you wait for it to load up. So as you can see, this is just a quick rendered image that Archicad gave us. If you want to see this in a much more larger scale, I would suggest, if you want to see it in a much more larger scale, you can come here and select this this one right here. Okay, this photo rendering production, you want to click on it, and you're going to be seeing this in a much more larger scale, whereby you can even save the picture. Alright, so we have the final rendering image of that's made by Archicad. So I'm just going to cancel this, and as you can see, we have this, but I think we have a minor issue with this side here. I think it's coming from the concrete, the parapet wall, but nothing that we cannot adjust eventually. So I'm just going to save. So if you want to save this picture, you want to click on this X icon. You want to cancel the picture. Archicad is going to give you a pop-up image that is going to be having save changes to, blah 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 blah. So you want to click on the save, or you can click on don't save. Okay, so if you click on save, it's going to take you back to which location you want to save. So you click on the desktop, and let's say you just click save. All right, so there you go. So if you go back to the desktop, you're going to be sending that on the desktop, which is actually this. So if you double click on it, you're going to be having the image being shown. So as you can see, this is the image of what you rendered, and there you go. So we've come to the end of the tutorial. I would suggest you guys check other descriptions, like the pillars, the dimensions, so you guys have more insights on how to go about the design. I hope this video has been of help to you. If this video has been of help to you, kindly like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next tutorial video. Thank you.